Jonathan Broder joins us in our Washington studio. He's a Washington-based senior writer for Newsweek covering national security. Jonathan, so many questions to ask you. Let me begin by just getting your thoughts on what we heard from U.S. President Donald Trump today, that this summit may actually not happen. With stakes so high, do you think the Singapore gathering will happen on June 12th as scheduled?
I think it will happen. It may not happen exactly on June 12th. It may happen a few days later. But I don't think that we will not have a summit. There will be a summit. I think too much has been invested. As one of our colleagues noted, they've already printed the coins.
With a bizarre title.
Yes, the commemorative coins for this. So
yeah.
A lot has been invested in this.
I think they're calling Kim Jong-un like the supreme leader even on the coin, which it's a whole different conversation. And Trump, during this meeting in the Oval Office with Moon Jae-in, suggested China may have influenced Kim Jong-un in their second meeting somehow. What do you make of that? Basically saying maybe President Xi said something to him, and that's why, you know, things are not so certain at the moment when it comes to the summit.
I don't know whether that's actually true. I think that...
What did he mean by that? Trump being Trump?
Well, who knows? I mean, Trump says lots of things. I mean, there's the whole issue of John Bolton. I mean...
the Libya comparison.
Yes. I mean, if we have to look for the most obvious reason for why this summit, which seemed to be going so smoothly, suddenly went off the rails, I would think it was the comments of John Bolton and his raising of the Libya issue, the Libya model, which is totally unacceptable to North Korea.
That didn't end so well in Libya.
No, it didn't end well in Libya. And if you've followed what North Korea has been saying for years about why it needed a nuclear weapon, it always gave the example of Libya and Iraq, countries that attempted to have a nuclear program, gave up its nuclear program, and ended up being overthrown and its leaders killed.
What about the military drills between Seoul and Washington? How much of a problem is that moving forward? And can that be a concession from the United States part, saying, all right, we're going to put these on hold. We're not going to do these drills? Because DPRK didn't just mention Bolton's comments. They also said these exercises should not be going on.
Well, that was a bit of a reversal by North Korea, because in the beginning they said that that was not an issue. Then they made it an issue. I think it was to show their dissatisfaction over the United States raising the Libya model. But if you recall, South Korea said that they did not want to take part in the aerial aspect of this, which involved B-52 bombers. They felt that that would be provocative, so they pulled out of that. So there was a bit of a wedge driven between the United States and its South Korean allies.
Interesting. And do you believe denuclearization on the Korean Peninsula means different things to Washington and to Seoul? And if you could explain that a little bit.
Absolutely, yes. Denuclearization for the United States, I believe, means that that North Korea totally gives up all of its nuclear program, everything from its bombs to its bomb-making facilities, totally. It scrubs...
Immediately begins the process.
Right. I mean, basically the Libya model, even though Trump has said that's really not what we mean. Perhaps he means it in a more step-by-step, gradual fashion, but the end result would be totally a verifiable, complete denuclearization. For North Korea, denuclearization has an American component to it as well. It means denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, which means the United States denuclearizing as well, the United States getting rid of its nuclear weapons in the Korean Peninsula and in the region as well. So there's a...
That's a big difference there.
Exactly. So...
And very quickly, where would DPRK send all its nuclear arsenal eventually when they dismantle everything? No one has even talked about this. Where is all this stuff going to go?
Well, according to the United States, they would send it to the Oak Ridge nuclear facility in Tennessee.
All right, we'll leave it there. Jonathan Broder, thank you so much.